Here at Jersey Locker, I am Justin Andrews.
Connor Burns.
I'm Connor Dykes.
Gio Guerrero.
And I'm Tyler Hansen.
Earlier this year, me and my business partner Justin went to a Bears game. When we went to the Bears game, we noticed that more than half the people in the stands didn't have jerseys. After the game, me and Justin went online and we researched that jerseys are just too expensive.
As you can see, jersey prices are extremely expensive. A professional hockey jersey can be up to $200, a football jersey up to $150, and a special editions Cubs jersey up to $260. For a casual sports fan, it's just not practical to go out and spend this much money on a jersey. They might only wear it 1 or 2 times. Another problem that we came across through customer interviews and through research is a lot of people have surplus jerseys that they don't wear anymore and they're just sitting around in their closet. So our business, Jersey Locker, would solve both of these problems. The way our business would work is we would take in people's surplus sports jerseys and then we would rent them out to customers in need of sports jerseys.
We have two customer segments that we are targeting. Our first customer segment that we are targeting are sports fans who have too many jerseys. And then our second customer segment that we're targeting are sports fans between the ages of 18 and 30 and have household income lower than $75,000.
So our two competitors are Jersey Square and Sports Studio. Jersey Square is not in business right now because they came across the problem of not getting enough funding to create an inventory. So our business would not have this problem because we're using other people's jerseys and we're not going to have to spend a bunch of money on creating an inventory. And then the other competitor that we have is Sports Studio, and we are a little bit different than Sports Studio because Sports Studio rents out jerseys in large quantities when we're going to be renting them out individually. So we are unique in the fact that we offer casual sports fans the opportunity to wear authentic sports jerseys for an economical price. We also offer jersey owners with surplus jerseys the offer to monetize all of the jerseys in their closet.
Our price is $40 per week rent, and we discovered our price in 2 ways. One was due to our cost of goods sold, that was $20, and we also discovered it through our interviews that we found out that people are unwilling to pay over $50. We have decided to use both free and paid marketing. Our free strategies include social media accounts to bring people to our website and videos to show how we work. Our strategies for paid marketing are business cards that we will hand out to potential customers, and as well as flyers that we will put up in local sports bars and other local places where people watch sport games.
Our cost of goods sold consists of a total of $20. This will be through commission that we give back to Yoda, which is 20%, dry cleaning of the jersey, and renting and shipping of the jersey. After all that is said and done, this is our financial model. As you can see, we steadily increase throughout the years through our e-commerce website, which we'll be using PayPal or debit cards. Through our first year, we'll be hoping to stay in local areas such as Friend, Barrington, or Palatine. Through year 2, we are hoping to go to more the Chicagoland area. In year 3, we're hoping to get all of Illinois. In year 4 and 5, we're hoping to go Midwest into a national-wide people. Our SG&A in year 1 consists of a total of $27,000 through administrative costs and $1,200 in marketing costs. These will be through ADI logistics, such as flyers and decals and business cards and shipping of our jerseys.
So we have 2 parts of our minimal viable product. Our first part is a landing page. This will be the front page of our landing page, where we'll basically show what our company is and how we kind of operate. There will be 3 other pages that the customer will be able to click on: leasing out their jersey, renting out a jersey, and an about page. The about page will basically just be information about all of us and kind of little biographies about ourselves because we all play sports. But if the customer is wanting to lease their jersey out to us so we can rent it out, they would click on leasing your jersey. It'll bring them this page, basically telling them that we are still in the early stages of business, and if they could fill out this quick little survey, that we would really appreciate it. Going back to the main page, if the person wanted to rent out a jersey, they would click on renting a jersey. That would bring them to a similar page that would basically say that we're still trying to build an inventory. We'd also ask them to fill out a quick little survey as well. Our second part will be a concierge part. between all of us, we have around a dozen jerseys. So we will be renting these jerseys out throughout the local community. For example, we will rent them out to Barrington, Lake Zurich, and Wakanda to kind of just ask people how they feel about like borrowing somebody else's jersey and paying for it. We're going to measure our success through customer feedback as well as many as emails that we get through the surveys, page views on our landing page, as well as money that we make from the renting out our jerseys. We are aiming for 1,500 customers, 1,500 emails, as well as surveys filled out. We are also aiming for 3,000 page views and $800 raised through renting out our own jerseys. How are we going to reach our goals? We are going to use free social media to bring traffic to our landing page and to have people just click around our landing page and fill out surveys. We will be upgrading our website to $14 a month so that we are able to use advertising on our website, as well as being able to get a free domain and be able to be on the top of Google search. And we also use surveys to then achieve our goals of customer feedback. So right now we're pitching to get money in order to raise and to enable our minimum viable product. February 16th we hope to launch our landing page, and then on February 18th the Blackhawks are playing the Oilers, and that's when we are going to start renting out Blackhawks jerseys. We are mainly focusing on hockey because hockey's in the prime right now as they're just trying to finish up the regular season. And then we are going to stop renting jerseys on April 8th when the Hawks play the Kings, and that will be the last regular season game for the Blackhawks.
Total we are asking for is $350, $500 for business cards that we will be handing out to potential customers, and 25 flyers we will be putting up in the local sports bars and where people go watch sport games, and 125 for decals and website upgrades, which will be $14 a month.
Again, we are Jersey Locker. We are a more economical alternative to buying a sports jersey. We offer casual sports fans the opportunity to wear authentic sports jerseys for a reasonable price.
We just have one last question for you. Where is your jersey?
This is a great idea. Walk us through how you're planning on building up inventory.
Well, we plan on building up our inventory from basically just news blasts out, like saying that, hey, do you have any unwanted jerseys in your closet? Do you want to make money off of those jerseys? Lease them to us for like 3 months and make $60 off of them.
Are you planning on just taking that inventory and then figuring out what to do with it, or are you thinking of just making some notes? All right, we've got a large Blackhawks number, whatever. It's a hosted jersey. I've got a Bears jersey. I've got a Northwestern jersey. I'm going to keep track of that, and then I'm going to advertise I have this inventory to potential people that might want to rent it, or are you actually going to pay them, take these jerseys and hold them, and then try to rent them out?
What we're going to do is they are going to mainly email us saying that they have a large Blackhawks jersey, and they also put a photo in there. Then we will together decide if this is an appropriate jersey for us to rent out. It has to be like nice quality, it can't be torn to shreds. We will then send them an empty package for them to then therefore put their jersey in, and it'll already have return shipping on it, so they'll just have to put the label on and ship it back to us. We will then take our own individual photo and put it onto our e-commerce website, just basically saying, okay, we have a Kane jersey, a large Kane jersey, and we have a quantity of only one, because that's the only jersey we have. But if we then get like 3 large Kane jerseys, we have a quantity of 3.
And what are you going to charge the customers?
We are going to charge them $40 because our COGS is going to be included with commission that we're paying to, because every time the jersey is rented, we are paying commission to the jersey owner, and we are also paying for, it's going to be free shipping for them, so we're going to be paying for the shipping there and back.
It's $40 a year, a month?
It's going to be a week rental.
Oh, so
So
it's
it's-
really
they're
gonna
being
be
charged per
$40
rental.
to rent a jersey for one event and then send it back?
Yeah,
Seems really crazy high.
Yeah, I see.
We verified this through customer interviews. The most people said they would pay was $50, so we went down $10 to $40.
There's a couple ways to prove that out. And I think your MVP can be modified to prove it out. So go back to your landing page. You never are, in the MVP, are revealing that this is $40. And so, one way to do it is when you say renting a jersey, when you click on it, the next page shouldn't say you caught us early. What it should say is Hawks jerseys, $40 for a week, and list out all the Hawks jerseys.
Yeah.
And just go, pretend like you have inventory on that next page. Then when somebody clicks, say, oh gosh, we're out of stock for that event. But you'll know a couple things. You'll have the price verified, whether somebody clicked through and said yes or no. And you'll have an indication of what jerseys are in most demand. And do it for every sport. So pretend like you have inventory. Get photos of every possible jersey you can have. Make up names with players you want Hawks, and that'll give you enormous visibility into what jerseys are in demand and will people pay for it.
I would go a step further and just have two columns. Jerseys you have and jerseys you want. And you'll be able to keep track of
Good idea.
the supply and demand side. I would really recommend, as opposed to committing in advance, you'll take people's jerseys, just be a matchmaker. You don't have to commit to anything. Just say, hey, Johnny, I got somebody that wants to rent your hosted jersey. Great. You go, you pick it up, you go, you deliver it. I think that the pricing part is tricky. This being such a new concept for a lot of people, I think the first thing you want to prove is that there's actually a market for it. And the pricing, you'll figure it out later. And you want to figure out like how active is this market where people will lend their clothing.
What's the plan if they don't return the jersey after a week?
We're getting into legal stuff this semester later on, so we're gonna have them fill out a form and everything, making sure they return it in good condition.
To get their credit card number and have to charge for it if they don't?
There's a similar model that you may want to think about. It's for men's watches. And you can go in and buy a monthly subscription. And at any point in time, you can buy a package and say, I want to have 3 watches, that I always get to have 3 watches, and I'll pay you $50 a month. The moment I return 1 watch, I can exchange it, but I'm paying every single month a small amount. You may want to think about that, and the beauty of that is a recurring revenue model. Right now, you're very much of a transactional model, where if you're a sports fan, you may want, well, I guess if you're a true sports fan, you're going to have your own jersey, right? So maybe I'm talking myself out of this.
No, I think you're onto something. Something similar is with designer bags for
Yeah,
women.
and
You
women
mentioned
have this
yesterday
too.
how it can be $4,000 for a bag. There's a website called Bag, Borrow, and Steal, and you can just basically copy a lot of the techniques and see if it works for, because I think your market is going to be predominantly male. See if men will do for jerseys what women will do for luxury bags.
I think that would require like a large inventory though, and that's.
It
that
would,
cost
yeah,
more.
so play around with your solution. I mean, it's how to monetize your own clothes and have somebody else. I just can't imagine $40 is going to be validated. Doesn't it seem high to you?
Yeah, we can change it.
It seems a little high, $40 for.
And you're doing it because that's what it has to be in order to make costs. And by the way, maybe lending your jersey out and getting, you're giving $8 to the, $8 goes to the,
20%, yeah.
Owner, the jersey owner.
and shipping really, I mean, what's your margin per transaction on this?
Our cost of goods sold is $20, and if we're renting at $40, then we'll leave $20.
And so you got $8 to the renter, you got some shipping, bulk directions, and you got dry cleaning? And that all equals $12, you said?
$20.
$20.
But the variable you could play with is time. So rather than rental for a week, Could it be a month, could it be the season, the entire hockey season? I don't know, maybe that's not right.
That's kind of long hockey season.
That could be.
Yeah, we thought about that because jersey owners are only like giving their jersey to us for a certain amount of time that they choose because they might want their jersey back. For like, if they say you guys can have it for 3 months and they might want it back after 3 months. So we were thinking like renting it for the whole season would be kind of difficult because what if the jersey owner wants the jersey back?
Okay, so you can work this into your MVP. Just like we said, go, here's the inventory, have another button, how long would you like to rent it for? And give people the option. You know, and maybe put in a price there, it's X dollars per week. Would you like to rent this for, and just make up a price, okay? $10, and then next week change it to $12, and the following week change it to $15. And you run these different tests to determine what somebody would be willing to pay per week.
Did you do market research?
And how many weeks they would take it, by the way.
Did you do market research as to like who would be interested in lending their jersey and who would be interested in renting a jersey?
We found that people between the age of 18 and 35 are female.
Would be both willing to lend a jersey and, yeah, I gotta say, you know, I've got 2 jerseys in my, my wardrobe. I'd be inclined to give you my Sammy Sosa jersey, but I wouldn't give you my Andre Dawson jersey. And you might wind up getting nothing but a bunch of bad jerseys.
It's a good point.
Well, we wouldn't take like a Kevin Durant jersey to Golden State. We probably wouldn't take that. But we would take like a Patrick Sharp because everyone still likes Patrick Sharp and he wasn't really a trader, so.
By the way, Brian's a season ticket holder for the Hawks. And everybody has a jersey at the Hawks game.
Or also like a Brandon Son jersey.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually.
Would you consider marketing to kids, like not 18 to 35, but I mean, I've got a closet full of jerseys that are in perfect condition that my son has outgrown. And unfortunately, the bid ask on Aaron Rodgers jerseys in this town is a little toxic. But if I had a service where I could get a jersey for a year and send it back in, and they're more likely jerseys that you could wash rather than dry clean them and keep your costs down, I would buy into that subscription, you know, all day long for my kids. And you're actually targeting the same sports fans and everything, because they're usually, their kids end up being, you know, similar sports fans. That may be a more stable idea.
Later, we also plan to create our own inventory once we get money from this base model of taking people's jerseys. We would hope to get our own inventory of jerseys.
So you're getting a ton of feedback on expanding your MVP in your landing pages to prove out price, to prove out duration. Maybe you can prove out the size, you know, youth versus adult, to get a little bit of a different. You can do the same thing on the renting, leasing. You know, hey, lease out your jersey for $4, $8, $12, whatever. So I guess go back to your deal, MVP request.
It's for this.
And what was, so, can you give us the breakdown of what you're going to spend the money on?
Well, this is what we're spending all the money on.
How much for business cards?
Yeah.
What's the
The
price?
business cards, I talked to Staples and they said $15 for the pack of 500 business cards, custom made.
Okay, and so you need 5 of them? All of you need business cards?
Yeah,
Well,
You're
so
thinking
let's go
like-
minimal.
everybody would get 100 business cards of
What
their
if
own.
you did,
Business.
okay, you can probably lower the cost by doing 500 of one name. And it could just be, it doesn't,
Your business.
nobody
machine.
cares whose name's on the business card.
Yeah.
They're gonna call, they're not gonna call. You know, you can make up a name.
I'd rather put it towards your flyers, pushing your business.
But, so how much are you asking for? $350?
Yeah.
So I don't get it, $15 for business cards per 100,
Yeah,
so.
where's the money going? It's not clear what you're spending the money on.
So it's
No,
$15.
I need the financial breakdown, yeah.
Well,
Of
most
how
of our
much?
money's going towards marketing because the $14 a month is, we're only gonna be having our website up for like 5 months, our landing page up for 5 months. It's,
You're not in school that long.
well, We're gonna keep it we're gonna kind of keep it up over the summer as well for as baseball starts to get in the season, see what people like about baseball, because that's the next season. We're focusing on hockey, and then when hockey's gonna get towards the postseason, then
Okay, so that's $70,
Yeah, I'd
14
say,
times 5. Now, what's the rest
and
of the
then
280?
it's $250 for decals. It's $2 per decal, and then I think the number for flyers was, I think they said $3 per flyers at Staples.
And the decal is going to just drive people to your website?
Yeah, it's gonna basically be our logo and our website, and it's people can put it on basically anything. They're gonna be they can put it on their car, they can put it on their phone. So it's basically gonna be moving advertising for us.
And what's that decal going to say? Go ahead, Frank.
Tyler, when you say flyers, what, are you talking about like pieces of paper that you stick?
Yeah, like Buffalo Wild Wings, for example, has like little flyers like that they could put in their salt shaker holders. That's basically what we're gonna create.
Where
Is
are you gonna
those.
put them?
We're gonna put them basically in like places that anybody watches games, like Buffalo Wild Wings. We're gonna try to put it in like local area bars that people go there to watch like.
I mean, 25 doesn't seem like a lot of flyers though.
Decision time.
Have you,
We'll give you the $350, but we need that. I would spend it a lot differently.
yeah,
I would do way more flyers, and I would do the business cards to be one generic name. And maybe make more flyers with the money you save from the business cards. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Yeah, really, when you look at it, at a $385, you get, or $350, you get $250 in decals. And I'm not sure how practical it is.
And all of this is contingent upon you guys doing a broader MVP with your website.
Yeah.
decals is not gonna drive that much traffic to your, it's for the cost benefit. You're not gonna get that much benefit for that much money on decals. You're better off to do flyers.
And just a heads up, Buffalo Wings
Maybe.
will charge you for putting the display.
350 with reallocation.
Tables.
Yeah, and that they broaden the MVP,
Yeah.
the landing pages with inventory, and so you might need some money to do that. Like photos of all your jerseys or maybe.
Thanks, guys.